Welcome back. The city of Makhanda in the Eastern Cape is a hive of activity as the 50th edition of the National Arts Festival officially kicked off on Thursday. International and local visitors have flocked to the City of Saints to experience one of the biggest and longest running arts festivals in the country. The art exhibition, Images and Democracy, is an expression of democracy by female photographers from the Eastern Cape, exploring the challenging and celebratory moments within their communities in a democratic South Africa. Images and Democracy tells authentic South African stories through pictures displayed in a museum. The exhibition voices the struggle against the manipulation of social experiences, memories and legacies in the Eastern Cape. The 2024 National Arts Festival will conclude next week on the 30th of June. And to tell us more about the National Arts Festival, we're now joined by its CEO, Monica Newton, and she joins us now via our video link. Monica, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. I mean, let's start off here. The National Arts Festival kicked off on Thursday. So far, how has it been received by those art goers?
Exceptionally well. We are really lucky to be at a time of the year when the winter cold doesn't seem to put people off. Mandisi Diantis is performing right now, so people have thronged into the building for his 9 o'clock show, so he started about half an hour ago. The festival is live, the festival is on, people are in town, it's buzzing, it's hard to find parking, but that's wonderful. And if it wasn't cold, it wouldn't be winter, and if it wasn't winter, it wouldn't be the National Arts Festival.
And when it comes to, you know, what art lovers can expect from the National Arts Festival this year, perhaps maybe just give us a bit of insight there. I mean, what would be your highlights that, you know, people can be attracted to and make time for?
We have an incredible program of over 300 works that span 10 different disciplines. So it's hard to pick just a few, but certainly it's incredible to have Sipho Hotsticks Mabuse back on stage at 72. He will raise the roof and inspire a new generation to love his music and also to embrace their own style and unique voice. So he's been inspiring musicians and audiences for decades, and so he's always a highlight on our program. We have some really fantastic theatre. We have Brett Bailey's The Stranger coming up. It's a new work that's premiering here at Festival, and of course, as a former Standard Bank Young Artist for Theatre, Brett Bailey has blazed a trail across the world in terms of interesting staging and interesting theatre. We have some incredible dance pieces. Lauren Sukol, also Standard Bank Young Artist for Dance, doing some incredible work with her collaborators. And we also have some really great comedy, the Very Big Comedy Show coming up. We have KG and his group of zany comedians who will be reflecting on our reality and satirizing what's happening in our current world, which has been rather interesting over the last couple of weeks. So the comedians are definitely going to bring it. And then we have really great music. Guy Buttery, so many others, fantastic jazz musicians, Darren English's show coming up as well. And just in essence, as always, art that speaks to who we are as South Africans, but that also presents ourselves to the world in new, interesting and inspiring ways.
And the art exhibition, which is actually showcasing this year, called Images and Democracy. Maybe tell us more about that. How did that come about?
Well, a big part of the theme of this year's festival is 30 years of democracy. And of course, it's a very important year for South Africa somehow in 2024. Our neighbours down the hill, Rhodes University, turns 120 this year. We are turning 50. The monument is 50, which is the heart and hub of the National Arts Festival. So pondering democracy and the extent to which it has both enhanced life, in some cases has led to some disappointments, as led to some frustrations. It's a really critical moment in time to stop and think about where we're going and how we're going to do it. And so a big part of the festival's theme this year has been thinking about themes of democracy, the Constitution, the rights that we've gained, the sacrifices that we've made, the compromises that we made to get to a point where we chose to find each other and to choose a peaceful path. And of course, we've done so again in 2024 through our democratic elections. And one of our big cross-cutting themes this year is shaping together, is understanding how the arts brings people together, how it knits the fabric of communities and society together and makes us stronger. And we're very keen as the festival and obviously the broader arts community to see the arts playing a really important role in the agenda of our country going forward in the next couple of years. So exhibitions like this and like Aluta Continua, which is a piece of the incredible Constitution Hill collection, are joining us this year because it's an important moment that we need to just stop and think about where we've come from and to chart a new course for ourselves forward, because we are South Africans after all. We are the definition of resilient, and we're going to need all of that resilience to move us through over the next couple of years.
And of course, marking 30 years of democracy this year, especially through this art exhibition, one would also then ask, Monica, especially how important is it for us to pause and reflect and highlight how far we have come as a country, especially through art?
Well, art is a mirror of society. Artists are our storytellers. They, through the media that they choose, whether it's poetry, whether it's dance, whether it's theatre, present us with opportunities to think about things differently, to hear different perspectives on perhaps, in some cases, the same event. Depending on which side of the story you're sitting on, it can be a completely different outcome. But equally, it's a safe place. It's a place where we can express our hopes, our dreams, our disappointments, our anger, our anguish, our regret at the things that we've lost, but also very critically begin to describe our hopes and aspirations for the future. So the more we use the arts as a mechanism of expression, the more we invite people into the conversation, the more as parents and as people in communities, we encourage people to both practice art but also to consume it. I believe that we are a better, more cultured, more rounded society. The arts feeds our soul. It gives us resilience. It recharges us when we're tired. It inspires us when we need to move forward. And so I really see the arts as playing a critical role. The National Arts Festival is 100% committed to promoting and developing the arts across multiple disciplines and across the nation. So we're in it for the next 50 years, and I have no doubt that the incredible country that is South Africa will join us in our fight to continue to support the arts in every way we can.
And of course, it doesn't end here. It does continue over the next 7 days, the 30th of June being the last day. What else can the public look forward to?
We have our wonderful markets, the Village Green and the Church Square Market. We have the National Youth Jazz Festival coming up, which sees hundreds of aspirant young musicians collaborating with professional musicians, and they very much form the cohort of the next generation of jazz musicians. So if you're a jazz fan, come through to Makhanda and be part of the first steps of a new generation of jazz performers. We have the National Schools Festival joining us. Again, learners from across the country will be coming into Makhanda to enjoy a program of workshops and engagements and performances. So we're really looking forward to hosting them. We have a really, really good lineup of both fringe and curated program works to come. The Eastern Cape Showcase, which includes the Dakawa Jazz program, Lit Fest, and of course the incredible cultural ensemble continue to be part of the festival right throughout until the 30th. There really is something for everybody here, and there's some really great family and children-oriented theatre as well. Sarafina is here with us and will be throughout the festival as well.
All right, Monica, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. That's Monica Newton. She is the CEO of the National Arts Festival. They're just talking about that National Arts Festival taking place in Makhanda in the Eastern Cape. It does continue right until next week, Sunday.